Hello everybody, today I have this truck with a trailer. This truck went to the D.O.T. inspection, went to the scale to actually get inspected, to get the sticker, because the owner of this truck wanted to get the sticker. So I did inspect all over the place, and I found that there were nothing to complain about, or something that need to be repaired before taking the truck to the inspection. So the truck went to the inspection, and the D.O.T. officer found all this. As you can see, there are many problems, violations, they say, with the truck. So I decided to look at them right now. So the first violation, it says oil or grease from vehicle 1. B1 means vehicle 1. The oil leak on the right side upper engine, as well the lower. So we have some wet excessive oil. So as you can see, there is not much oil going on this area. It is dry. There is not much oil over here. There is just that wet area over there. But that's the reason why they say it needs to be repaired. So basically all we need to do in this case is just to wash the truck and send it again for inspection. But we have another complaint about the engine, which is over here. It's gonna be this one over here. It says general maintenance, big one, front right exhaust shield heavily rusted, cracked, damaged, or falling in pieces on the roadway. As you can see, this is the reason why they calling this, because it has this crush, this rust piece over here. It is like broken over here, and that's the reason why they calling this, and this is defective. This I don't see a reason to replace it, but they think that there is a problem with it, so that's right, they wrote it. So the other problems then we have here are they say the brake hose not mounted properly, hose shafting, which is the vehicle 1, which is the truck. X2 means the axle 2 and the left side. Supply hose on the left side being shafted and reduces inside by a smaller braided hose resting on top of it. So the axle 2 is this one right here. The one is just right here, and they're talking about these hoses over here. They say that the hose is not properly mounted. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Everything looks alright. And there is no braided hose over here. So what I think they're talking about, this little cable over here, then it's shafting over here. And that's the reason why they call in then the hose is defective and needs to be replaced. This is not a reason to call that, but they are the officers and they can call whatever they want. And the other violation is this one, brake hose not mounted properly, hose shafting. Vehicle 1, emergency supply to vehicle 2, actively shafting and being reduced in size. So the hose they're talking about is the supply hose, the red hose that comes from the truck to the trailer. So in this case it's gonna be this one right here. So it is shafting. So basically this is the reason why I think they are calling then this is shafting. But as you can see, it is not being reduced on size. It is nothing wrong with it, but they're calling it just because it is together. But overall you can see that the hose doesn't have anything wrong at all. It is not leaking. It is just because they say thing is bad. The other violation here then is applied air loss. vehicle 2, which is the trailer. They say that the oil is being leaked for maybe a valve or something of the trailer, and the seal is leaking. In many cases it's just the leveling valve that is adjusting, and they say then the brakes are leaking or something. So it is very common to see this kind of problems with DOT officers, because in many cases it's just the leveling valve, but they don't believe it. They think that you have a big leak, and that's the reason why you have a big air leak coming from the rear area or between the axles. And the last one is going to be brake hose not mounted properly, hose chafing. Vehicle 2 X4, it means the trailer axle number 4, which is gonna be the first one coming from the truck. It says that the hose is rubbing against the emergency supplies, and the hose is being reduced inside. Here is the hose. It is the left side, so here is the hose over here. As you can see, you follow the hose all the way over there, and it is not actually touching anything at all. It is not even touching anything. It is properly mounted. There are the clips that separate the hoses. There is the spring that maintain the hose away from the axle, and there is the other clips over there and goes directly to the valve over there. So the two hoses are properly mounted. There is nothing wrong with these hoses, but they are calling it. I don't know why. I don't know which hose I need to replace, because they look in a good condition. So basically, after looking to all the inspection over here, my conclusion is that the DOT officer didn't want the truck to pass the inspection, because I don't see the hoses that are damaged. The hoses are in a good condition. There are no chafing. There are not with flat surface. Because when they have flat surface, that's when they pull it out of service. But in this case, they don't have that kind of problems. So they just wanted to call that as a violation, to don't allow the truck to pass inspection at all. I can say the oil leak. Yeah, maybe the oil leak was a reason to don't pass inspection, but still. It is not that excessive as it says over here, because when the oil leak is excessive, the oil will create a drop every 5-10 seconds and will go to the floor. That's an excessive oil leak. In this case, it's just wet, but they are not allowing the truck to pass inspection just because they say then it is excessive. So I know this issue happens to many owner operators and companies. Then the truck is in a good condition and it doesn't pass the inspection, just because the DOT officer says then the truck doesn't pass inspection because this and that is bad. I know companies that have brand new trucks right from the dealer, and they take the trucks to the inspection, DOT inspection, and they call things out just to don't allow the truck to pass inspection. That's unfair in many cases, but there is nothing we can do because there are the law, and they can do whatever they want because they have a badge, and we are just people that work to pass the inspections, I guess. So if you have any problems like this in the past, or you are facing a problem like this, you can comment below. You can share your opinions about DOT inspections, because it's an issue that happens to everybody. I know I have seen in many cases trucks in a good condition and they pull the truck out of service because really small stuff that doesn't make sense at all. Even one time I know one truck didn't pass inspection just because the driver didn't have spare fuses. That was the reason why the DOT officer didn't pass inspection of a truck. That's like, man, that's not a real reason to don't pass inspection, but they can do whatever they want. So as I said before, you can share your own opinions. I like to hear different opinions about DOT inspections. I know you, as a driver or as an owner operator or company owner, you may have a lot of experience or a lot of opinions or problems with the DOT when the DOT inspection comes to your company. So I guess this is all I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. I just wanted to do this video about DOT inspection because it's something that happens to everybody. Everybody has problems with the DOT inspections, and most of the cases are unfair. So if, for example, the DOT officer pull you out of service, and they say then this is bad, a part, and they say this bad, you remove it and replace it, and after you did that, you inspect the part and there is nothing wrong, you can file a case against the DOT. All you have to do is to keep the part and you replace. Don't throw it away, just keep it safe, so you can fight that problem that you had, I mean that repair that you had. At least you can get some compensation out of it. So if you have any questions about this video, just comment below and I will answer them as soon as I can. As I said before, you can comment, you can share your own opinions. I want to hear different opinions of people with DOT inspections and the problems that they had in the past. So like, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching.